5 odd things you won't believe you can eat. Number 5. Did you know you can eat gold? It doesn't have to be used just for currency, but can also be consumed. Gold has been used and consumed by man since before medieval times. This includes the drink Goldwasser, which given its obvious name has golden flakes in it, and this drink has been sold as early as 1598. Eating the valuable mineral has actually become a popular trend in recent years. In New York City, there is a popular restaurant called Serendipity 3, which is famous for selling a golden flaked ice cream that costs about $1,000. Gold will have no toxic effect on your body. When gold is consumed, it is not affected by your stomach acid and will just pass through your intestines with no harm. So you can eat as much as gold as you want, you rich fuck. But just don't be surprised if you find your dookie is covered with one of the most valuable minerals. Number 4. Chalk. Chalk is mostly calcium, which most people know is actually a much needed nutrient to keep us healthy and strong. There has been many people who have calcium deficiency problems and have been known to eat chalk straight out of the box. Now, chalk won't cause much harm in small quantities, but just like most things, you would not want to consume too much of it because it can cause some abdominal pain, some nausea, and potentially diarrhea. Nothing that is life-threatening, but to be honest, I wouldn't eat it. Too chalky for my taste buds. Number 3. Urine. Yes, urine. You can actually drink your urine without harming yourself. A person's urine is 95% water and sterile. It can actually keep you hydrated and replenish lost water. The other 5% contains calcium and potassium, which in small doses can be good for you, but too much can be dangerous. There actually has been many scenarios where people were stranded in the middle of nowhere and they will drink their own pee-pee water to stay hydrated and survive. Although you might find it to be disgusting, it may save your life one day. So next time you are in the middle of nowhere stranded with your buddy, don't be shy to ask him for a little sip of your golden shower. Number 2. Leather. Most diets consist of some portion of an animal. But did you know you can also consume the leather from animals as a last resort? There's actually a well-known recorded instance of this taking place with the Donner Party, who were early American pioneers in 1846. On their way to their destination, they were trapped by snow. We now know that before they eventually resulted to eating each other, they were taking a more humane route and eating the leather items they brought with them onto the trip. This is usually done by boiling the leather in water to tender it up. This is just a last resort, so please don't start gnawing on your belt unless you have a good reason to do so. Number 1. Tree bark. Did you know you can actually eat bark from a tree? I know, sounds ridiculous, but many barks are actually safe to eat. This includes the pine bark and the white birch, which could be made into flour for bread like the people of Northern Europe used to make. The best part of the tree is to eat is the cambium, which is the inner layer. I personally would avoid the outer layer unless your goal is to bleed from your gums for the next week or so. If you are crazy enough, you can actually cut the bark into thin strips and make a homemade lumberjack spaghetti. This is not your mom's typical spaghetti.
That has been 5 odd things you won't believe you can eat. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are putting videos out weekly. If there's any topic you would like us to cover, please leave a comment and we'll research the topic.